The New England Patriots, ladies and gentlemen, just made some very smart moves. And I'm not talking about the coaches saying, hey, let's not spit on other players. Maybe they said that, who knows, but let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the Daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and if you could, please, pretty please, hit the like button. It helps the algorithm as well. What's there not to like? 9-2. This team is on a roll. In this episode, what we're going to be jumping into, two signings the Patriots made that I think are incredibly smart as we look forward into the rest of the season, depth-wise. Great move. As well, we're going to be jumping into the Cincinnati Bengals offense, what that is going to be looking like Sunday. And as well, the cherry on top, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking some Drake Maye because it's Drake Maye VP. We got to talk about him. So let's jump into it. First and foremost, the Patriots. Love to hear from you. Comment below. Hit the subscribe button on your way out so you don't miss out. Aaron, this isn't news. Why does it matter? Well, I'm going to tell you this.
I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button.
Go Let us not forget last year when it came to the offensive line and how depth was struggling and we were scrounging for players on other teams' practice squads, and it was not ideal. Yes, we've found a player like Ben Brown who's an absolute dog, but it's not ideal. It's not how you want it to go. So when it comes down to it, having players that you feel confident in, that have a little rapport with the organization, is smart to bring on your practice squad in case you have to elevate them. So Fabian Lovett Sr., undrafted free agent, was with the Kansas City Chiefs last year, now with the Patriots, was with the Patriots around Labor Day. They ended up releasing him. He did a lot of tryouts. He is now back on the team. Smart move in general, just because we saw Milton Williams, he's on the IR. Joshua Farmer, still questionable. And so you need depth at that position. Now, I said earlier in the week, hey, it's a good sign that the Patriots aren't jumping after defensive tackles because, one, you know they have confidence in the guys they have right now. You look at Christian Barmore, that I think is going to really step up in the absence of Milton Williams, and he showed that in the last game. As well, you have Tonga, who's an absolute dog, and I'm not talking just about playing fullback, but he is getting after as well. So I think this is a smart move, taking Lovett, throwing him on the practice squad, getting someone who, even though he was with the organization for a short time, bringing him in. I think that is incredibly helpful for this team and a smart move by this organization. Comment below, tell me what you think. As well, not only him, but we look at John Saunders Jr., who was on the 53-man roster, taken on. He was on the Dolphins practice squad, and then later he was released only to be thrown back onto the practice squad. Not a bad idea. Again, we look at depth at the safety position. I think for some people, that is one of the bigger concern areas when we look at depth. I would still tell you cornerback, I think, is an issue when it comes to depth. But again, smart move. I always say this, if you've never watched my show, not every move is going to be the sexiest move. Oh, we're going to go pick up some big time name, receiver or whatever, edge rusher. It's not always that. It's the integral things. It's the small things like this that I truly think help propel a team forward, and it's the smart thing to do. So Saunders, love it. I think they're very smart moves for this team. What do you think? Unless you think that we should have been picking up someone else, I think it was smart. I like CJ Dupree. I like him being brought up to the 53-man roster, especially with Austin Hooper and the concussion. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Is anyone out there that you're like, hey, I think they should have thrown this guy on the practice squad? What's your thought? Would love to hear from you. Comment below. Next up, we jump into the Bengals offense. And I'm just going to tell you this off the front end. It's not much to write home about. Browning, when he took over, was not great. That's why they got Joe Flacco. Now, when we look at their overall offense, as of right now, it ranks 23rd statistically, total offense. Passing is better with Joe Flacco being in there. Honestly, he is the one that makes me just a tad nervous because he can slice and dice. And he's proven that in his time in Cincinnati. Granted, he doesn't have a Hawk Tua. Sorry, my fault. Jamar Chase, he doesn't have him. And then besides that, they almost have not even a non-existent rushing attack, ranking tied for 30th, for second to last in the NFL. And so offensively, this team defensively, the Patriots should be able to dominate this team. As well, offensively, their defense is just as bad. As we talked about, 32nd in run defense, 30th, in pass defense. So this team has a lot to improve on, and I don't think it's going to happen. Even when Joe Burrow comes back, I don't think there's a chance for them to do much of anything. But we look at individual stats. As I said, 12 of 3, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, Joe Flacco. Not doing bad. Not doing bad at all. But again, Jamar Chase, 5 touchdowns. He's going to be a huge contributor that's going to be out. And then when you look at the rushing attack, it's literally Chase Brown, you guy out of Illinois, and then Samaje Perine. When you look at his carries, they drop exponentially compared to Chase Brown. So offensively, this is not a team that I think you look at on paper and it scares you. Now, again, I would tell you, you look at their schedule, and they've played, since getting Joe Flacco, they have played some tough games. I'll concede. I will say that. But they've played some close games against some bad teams. The Jets, as well as the Bears. I don't care what you say. The Bears are 7-3. I do not care. I don't think they're a good team. You look at their best win. I'm just going to defend myself right now. You go look at their best win, and their best win is probably the Cowboys. Like, look at this. Again, I think we go back to the whole Cam Newton fool's gold. If anyone's fool's gold right now, I think it's Ben Johnson and the Bears. I truly do. But we jump back to this. They did beat the Steelers. They ended up losing to them this past weekend, kind of got thumped 34-12 because the Steelers realized this team sucks and we can beat them. But the Bears gave up almost 500 passing yards to Joe Flacco, which is insane. So I think that's a big outlier offensively, and that's probably what makes their offensive statistics look a little better, is that game, as well as obviously putting up 38 points on the Jets, but defensively couldn't do anything. You look at a lot of these scores, you can tell their defense can't do anything. So if the Patriots can just put up points and their defense is having a rough game, which I don't think they will be, this should be a fairly easy win. So what do you think? Cincinnati's Bengals offense, you nervous? Joe Flacco, the old man Flacco, you nervous about him back in the pocket? What are your concerns from the Bengals offense? Would love to hear from you. Comment below. Last but not least, like I said, the cherry on top, the creme de la creme, Drake Maye VP, the dog, the man, the myth, the legend, leading in multiple categories now in the NFL. After 11 games, leading the NFL in passing yards, leading the NFL technically in completion percentage. Tyler Huntley technically in front of him, but literally he's gone 27 of 34 or 27 of 37. And so, does not compare to Drake Maye at all. So I give him the edge there. And then you look at touchdowns, he's in the top 5. You look at average, he's up there. All these different things. The man's proven people wrong. The man's proven people like Drake or like Cam Newton wrong. He's the media, as I continue to say, are turning the heads to their Patriots and doing the eye test. And I think more and more they're starting to pass that test with people. And they're going to keep winning. And they're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to surprise a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen. So comment below. Tell me what you think. Drake Maye, practice squad signings, I don't care. Comment below. Would love to hear from you. Don't spit on anyone today. Hit the like button on your way out. Peace.